name's Kenneth Lesley. I'm 42 years old. I've been incarcerated since January 6, 2002. I have a life sentence at this time. I have two daughters. This picture here shows their face a couple months after I was incarcerated, and this is how I remembered them before I came to prison. And I miss them. And today, even though it's almost 8 years later, I still see their little faces, as my babies. The next visit, you can see they've gotten older. This is May of 2006. Christina's getting to that teen. She's hitting that teen, and I'm starting to get a little nervous. I'm starting to think, well, what am I going to tell her about boys that would stick with her? And here in 2007, late 2007, she's getting to that young lady. She's 14, almost 15. I'm kind of scared because this was the first time Christina came. I'm not scared, but I mean nervous about what to say to her, because the first time she came to a visit with makeup on. And that kind of, what I guess all you fathers can understand what I'm saying. And they seem to be doing all right. They had trouble in school at first, but as time goes by, they both progressed in school. They do their homework. I'm real proud of them, and I always tell them, tell them they're special people, and that they did nothing wrong. That it was me and their mother's fault that this happened. And well, the Return Heart celebration, when they said that was coming, man, I was so excited. The anticipation, because of not being in prison before, was kind of strange for me. And anticipation with the girls was a little, I could see it on their face, and once we met that day, it was just exciting. It was very emotional, and me and Christina, Christina was crying, I was crying, and Rachel, she's my little bun. I call her bun because she always asks for a honey bun, but she was just a little, she couldn't say honey bun, so she say bun. To this day, I call her bun, but and it was so natural for us, because it was things we used to do before I came to prison. Walk around, hold hands. You want something to eat, you want something to drink. And the day was such a blessing, we got to do things and play and just talk and hug and kiss and cry, and this is normal, normal father experience. And I'm proud of them for just being able to hold their heads up, in the midst of this situation. And the hardest part, just like a visit, was when they had to leave. I think we cried more when they left than excuse me. That's the worst part of a visit, is when they leave, and you can see it in their eyes, that they don't want to go, and that I don't want to stay. So. it's getting better and better because of God bless Warden King for letting us have some time with our kids and have some fun, you know, and do some of, for me and the girls, especially the girls, to do some of the things that we used to do, and that's just really me be a big kid and them be with daddy, you know, and that's us. But my daughter, she asked me for some earrings. I told her she could do what she wanted. I let her make the decision, but I wasn't for it to get a third set of earrings. And she wrote on the back of my hand, I didn't know what she was writing, and she wrote a big smiley face on my hands, and it said, "I love my daddy," on it. And I knew right there that God had, that God had put forgiveness and love in their heart for me. I knew right there, you know. To the volunteers, I really don't know outside of Jesus Christ how they could want to come in and do these things for us except for the love of Christ. You know, to take their time out when they could just be doing something better and coming in here for us. You know, I mean, the world looks at us at people in prison as, oh, they marked, you know, but they don't know that we're people. They don't realize that we're still people. And the volunteers realize that we're still people. And I think that's why they come here and do it for us. The best part of the letters is always, you know, like, you know, I write a little smiley face on there, and sometimes I put a scripture. Most of the time I put the same scripture, and that'll be Proverbs 10:12. Love covers all sins. Or getting in worldly things. It's not being a spiritual leader in your home, and I wasn't. That was my mistake, my biggest mistake in life. Now I'm trying to do it out of prison for my children.